good evening, everyone, and welcome to the License Commissioner hearing for Wednesday, January 24th. As Attorney Poe indicated, Madam Chair would not be here today, but we do have a quorum. The first item on the agenda is the approval of minutes for the Board of License Commissioners hearing for Wednesday, January 10th, 2024. Have all commissioners reviewed the minutes?
Yes.
Up to the very
Yes.
10th.
Yes.
Any corrections or addiction?
No.
Okay. No modifications with that. I make a motion that we approve the minutes of Wednesday, January 10th. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay. Commissioner signature.
Yes.
Maria D. Angela Antonio.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
Okay, Andrew Kate, yes. Right. The first item on the or new petitions. Petition for a new all alcohol restaurant license late renewal for PB2 Springfield LLC, doing business as The Place to Be, located at 1000 Hall of Fame Avenue. Laurie, manager of record. Is anyone present for that?
Yes, good evening, Dan Kelly on behalf of Miss Luari, the manager of record.
Okay.
My camera's not working, Mr. K. I apologize. I'm down on my conference room. I'll go upstairs after this one for the other clients I have. This is, as you just put it succinctly, Mr. Chairman, this is a late renewal. We are adding Miss Luari, who's also the owner now as the manager. But that's the only difference that the public will see. This is The Place to Be that's located in the Hall of Fame. It's a very popular and trendy brunch spot, and they serve food all the way to about 8 p.m. They don't open late. It's a restaurant first, but they do serve alcohol to complement what they already do with their food. And it's a late renewal. It was a mistake. I can go into greater detail, but I don't want to delay the meeting other than to say it's a late renewal. We'd ask the commission to vote favorably. Ms. Luari will be on premises 30 to 40 hours a week. They have 20 servers. Everyone is tip certified. Every single tip certification is in a file at The Place to Be, ready to be examined whenever someone should want to do that from your commission.
Great, thank you very much. So this is just a late renewal. Everything else is still in place. Any comments from the commissioners?
So this is a new manager of record?
It is. It's the owner. It's the actual owner. Miss Laurie is the owner, and now she will also be the manager.
But she's not present?
Yeah, she's right there on Zoom under Gina.
Where's she? Oh, okay, Gina. Gina? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, how are you today?
Hi, good. How are you guys?
All right, so you're going to be the manager of record?
Yes, I'm there about 35 hours a week, so I'll be the manager on record moving forward.
Okay. Now, you know your responsibility as a manager of record?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, you will be responsible for any and all incidents that transpire at the restaurant, so you are aware of that. I can't hear you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you hear me better?
Yes, I hear you now. Okay, how many staff will you have?
I'm sorry?
How many staff personnel will you have?
About 20.
About 20 people. All of those individuals are tip certified? I can't hear you.
Yes, I'm sorry. Something might be wrong with my connection. Yes, they will all be tip certified. Our distributors do it for us on a quarterly basis. So everybody on tip certified.
All right. So where are you located? Where do you live?
I am located in West Hartford, Connecticut, but I'm between my restaurants in Hartford and then the Springfield location.
So are you also saying that you are a manager of record in Hartford as well?
No. No.
Okay.
I have different managers of record in Hartford.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you are able to get to the location at any time. You can get there. And how many hours will you be working per week?
35, and I'm about 20 minutes from my home from the Springfield location.
About 35 minutes. Okay. 20 minutes away from the home. Okay. 35 hours a week.
Yes.
Okay. Is that from the beginning to closing?
Yes.
Okay. Any other comments from the commissioners?
What are your hours, Gina?
They're 7 AM to 8 PM.
7 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay. That,
Any other questions?
no.
Okay, so with that, I would like to approve the petition for a new annual all alcohol restaurant license. Renewal for PV2 Springfield LLC, doing business as the place to be, located at 1000 Hall of Fame Avenue. Lori, manager of record. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Okay, Commissioner signature.
yes.
Commissioner D. Angela Antonio.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
Andrew Kate, yes. Thank you very much for attending this evening.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
All right, petition, next item is a petition for a new all alcohol annual restaurant license, late renewal for ML and J LLC. Doing business as Marley's, located at 750 Boston Road. Joanne St. George is the manager of record.
Hello,
Who's representing? Okay, who's representing?
I am.
Marley?
I
Oh,
am.
you are.
It's Jodanne St. George.
Okay, so you are renewing.
I am.
Okay,
Yes.
and you have any indication of why you were late for the late renewal?
Reading is fundamental. I read improperly. I thought I had to the 31st for taxes wise. So I didn't have my taxes in. So I didn't renew until I did, and that was in December. And so I was late.
Okay. So the city has indicated, Peter, you probably would know, that all taxes are paid.
Yes.
Okay. So do we hear, I think I would like to call a motion to, for the petition for an all new alcohol annual restaurant license late renewal for ML and J LLC. Doing business as Marley's, located at 750 Boston Road. Joanne St. George is the manager of record. Do I hear second?
Second,
Commissioner signature.
yes.
Commissioner D. Angela Antonio.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
Andrew Kate, yes. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
The next item on the agenda is a petition for a new annual wine and malt beverages license for late renewal for Pegasus Group New England, doing business as the 7-Eleven located at 1830 Wilbraham Road. Lisa A. Champy, manager of record. Anyone here to represent?
Yes, there's both of
Yes,
us, Lisa and myself.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Lisa.
I wasn't sure if I was unmuted or not. I was just stating that I was here.
Okay, can you tell us about your restaurant?
No, it's a 7-Eleven package store.
Oh, it's a package store. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, convenience store, 7-Eleven convenience and gas.
Okay, so this is a late renewal. Can you tell us why you were late?
I can state that it was because apparently our application got lost in the building for like 2-3 weeks, is what I was told by the agent.
The application got lost?
In the building. I guess
Oh,
I
in the-
didn't put the floor number on there, and so it was wandering around the floors.
Okay. So have all taxes been paid, Peter?
Yeah. Yes, yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. So I make a motion to renew the new annual wine and malt beverage license late renewal for Pegasus Group New England, doing business at 7-Eleven located at 1830 Wilbraham Road. Lisa A. Champy, manager of record. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Okay, Commissioner signature.
yes, sir.
Okay, Commissioner D'Angela Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Excuse me, yes.
Commissioner Kate, yes. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is a petition for change of manager, change of officers, directors, LLC managers, alteration of license premises, insurance, issuance, transfers of stock, stockholder change of hours, change of DBA for Boulevard Tavern, DBA, the Boulevard Tavern and Grill located at 664, 666 Page Boulevard, manager of record. Is anyone representing?
I am.
How
Okay,
you doing? Dan Kelly for the
I'm
petition.
sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
go ahead.
That was Mr. Hutchison, the proposed manager. He's obviously happy to be here as well.
Okay.
This is the Boulevard Bar in East Springfield. It's a local neighborhood tavern. There's not many of those left. And the owners have sold it to or are proposing to sell it to new owners. This John and Joe Sullivan, you know them, you've approved them many times in the past. Some managers spots and a number of other spots they own under your jurisdiction. Right now there's two of them. There's a package store and a bar and restaurant, Nathan Bill's. So Mr. Fantis and Mr. Santinello are retiring, moving to Florida for the most part, and are looking to sell, and this is a proposed deal. They are first starting with the restaurant bar business, and then after a period of time, as you can see from the package in front of you, if things go as well as they're hoping, they'll be moving and buying the actual property itself. That's the structure of the deal. The proposed manager is Mr. Hutchinson. He's on here. He is tip certified. Everyone there will be tip certified as a condition of employment. You know, they have gone in there. They're going to do some renovations. Kind of open the bar, modernize it. It really hasn't had anything done to it at all in probably, I don't want to guess how many years, but a long time. So they're going to spruce it up, make it look nice, open it up, and start focusing also on the restaurant aspect. And they've already done that to some degree, opening up and serving a wider menu and a better menu. And they got a couple of cooks on, and they're also going to start trying to do some brunch hours on Sunday as well. Some of their other locations do brunch and do very well, and they're going to try to expand that here. So that's, I know it says change of hours, but it isn't. I think that much is mismarked, but that's pretty much the presentation. Mr. Hutchison, this will be his only job. He'll be there 40, 50, 60 hours a week as it entails. He'll be there probably open to close on Wednesday through Saturday, and he'll be there through the brunch hours and the early evening hours on Sunday, which are the busy hours. But this is just a neighborhood bar that they want to keep it as a nice blue collar neighborhood bar that you can come in and also have a pizza or hamburger for lunch and bring your children, you know, after a baseball or soccer game in the evening. That's what they're looking to do. And we'd ask you to look favorably on the petition. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hutchins, is he available for the microphone?
Yep.
All right. Where do you live?
East Forest Park, Springfield, Mass.
All right, and as indicated, you're going to be working 40 to 60 hours a week.
Yeah,
Have you been a manager of record before?
I have not.
Can you provide for the commissioners your work experience as it pertains to being a manager of record?
Yeah, I've known these guys for 20, 30 years. I've worked with them a lot of events, promotions, marketing stuff in the past. I've done security for them in the past. And on top of that, I've also I'm managing currently at EVT for the past year or so, part-time manager. Yeah, outside that, I've owned my own business in the past for marketing, doing concerts and promotions for about 8 years prior to this, where I ran full-scale 5,000 plus person events on my own accord with a partner of mine. It was a company called NV Concepts. We did a lot of concerts locally, trying to build up the community. I walked away from that, and I'm back here. We're looking to do the same with this location.
How many people will be serving alcohol?
Sorry, you repeat that again?
How many people will be serving alcohol part of your staff? As your staff, how many people will be serving alcohol?
We have 2 bartenders, that'll be planned for nighttime, one bartender during the day, and then we'll have some, a server, 2 to 3 servers at night, and then 12 to 15 total staff.
Okay, and you know, as a manager of record, you are responsible for all incidents that transpire.
100%.
100%, you know that. Okay. Any other questions from the commissioners?
Nope.
When you said EVT, you mean East Village Tavern and East Long Meadow?
That's correct.
All right, so, what was your function over there?
I'm a manager currently, part-time manager.
All
I'm
right.
here roughly 35 hours a week right now.
Okay, so out of all those things you mentioned, you are currently working or were working for at least a year at a liquor licensee.
Yes.
Right, okay. And that's it for Mr. Hutchinson.
Okay, any other questions from commissioners?
The change of DBA is to the Boulevard Tavern and Grill?
Yes,
Two, all right. And the premises are being altered internally.
yes. You're gonna open up the area. We'll take that wall down, open it up.
The wall down the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as you remember, we had scheduled to go to the planning board,
Mm.
and then it was done, thankfully, administratively, because there was no real external changes.
Correct, yeah, okay. And the issuance and transfer of stock is 50% of the ownership is being transferred to John and Joe?
Joe, correct. The other 50% will stay with the current owners. And then after, as you can see from the P&S, after a couple of years, they will transfer the remaining 50 and the property.
Okay,
That's the plan, although, you know, that's the plan.
all right. And change of hours is on here, but
I'm not sure that's marked off, but it's the same it's always been.
Okay,
I mean, they'll be having brunch, but I think they're already open during those hours now anyway.
right. Okay, a lot of stuff here going on. All right, that's it for me.
Any other
And if you've
comments
ever
from
been to the
commissioners?
East Village Tavern or something like that, that's a good business model for what they're trying to do here. Spruce up the area, spruce up the interior, do more kitchen, do brunch. So that's kind of a good business model that they're trying to kind of bring over here. If anyone here has been to that place in East Long Meadow.
I've been there a few times.
Yeah, I have as well. Yep.
So that's very similar to what they're trying to do here.
Okay,
Okay, no other comments from commissioners. I'd like to make a motion to approve the petition for a
Excuse
change.
me? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be out of order, but is there an opportunity for others to speak, for the community to speak?
Probably need to defer that to Attorney Days. You're muted.
you're muted, Alicia. The only thing I see on here that the public would get an opportunity to weigh in on is the manager.
Would be a manager change. It wouldn't be, because this is not a new license, right? It's
correct.
just changing
Change
various parts of the business. So do you have an opinion on, will the change of manager?
Yes, why don't I just speak to that? We did meet with the petitioner and we did meet with the manager and he seems to be more than qualified. So we really wanted to go on record as that because the neighborhood council did meet with Joe and John and talked all about their plans. And the manager was there, so he understands that John and Joe, as the new half ownership, have agreed to do all of the things that a manager would do in order to keep the neighborhood happy, the inside nice, the outside nice, and not interfere with the neighbors' quality of life. But thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome. It's good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I make a motion to approve the petition for a change of manager, change of officers, directors, LLC managers, alteration of licensed premises, issuance, transfer of stock, new stockholder, change of hours, change of DBA, for Boulevard Tavern Incorporated DBA, the Boulevard Tavern and Grill located at 66466 Page Boulevard, manager of record. Do I hear a second?
Manager of record being Richard Hutchinson. I second.
Thank you, Richard. Okay, Commissioner signature.
Yes.
Commissioner D. Angela Antonio.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
Commissioner Cade, yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Cade, I know that was number 5. Maybe I missed something, but this is individual next to me is number 4. I don't know if we
Yeah.
skipped up on purpose or if that was just an accident.
Yeah. We skipped by Blaze.
We skip one?
Number
Yep.
4.
Number 4, Blaze.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, we can go back to that. So the next item is a number 4 petition for a new annual wines and malt restaurant license for Blaze Restaurant Incorporated, DBA, Island Blaze Restaurant located at 708 Main Street. Guy Samore, Wilson, manager of record.
Good evening again, Dan Kelly. To
Yes.
right with me right here, now with my camera on, is Mr. Wilson himself, who is the proposed manager and owner, and he also owns the building. So before I start, I just want to let you know that we've already been to the neighborhood council and we've already been to the planning board and we've received the approval from both. We are this application may reflect 2 a.m., but we're only asking till midnight as an agreement we made with the neighborhood council. That will be our hours of operation only till midnight. So with that, I'll just start. This is a building in the south end. We had been to the neighborhood council some time ago, but there was not really enough parking off street. So Mr. Wilson has gone next door to the church and got an agreement and got an agreement to park in the church parking lot, has a lease there, a long-term lease there. And we had been able to get that to Mr. Dromey, and he approved it and said that we had enough spaces under the planning specs to go forward. If you've had a chance to look at the footprint here of this restaurant, you'll notice that the bar is extremely small. It's only a service bar. There's no seats, right? So this is going to be a restaurant. This is going to be a Jamaican restaurant. And I'll let Mr. Wilson speak in a moment. He'll do it much better than I can, but I think you're going to be really excited to hear what he has in store for Springfield. He's going to do great. He has the dream and vision to own his own restaurant, to own his own Jamaican restaurant. It's been in that's something his family has done in Jamaica, and he wants to bring it here to Springfield. Mr. Wilson has spent a lot of money in this endeavor. He's bought the building. He's doing all the renovations. And the renovations have been going on for several months, paying everything out of his own pocket. And he's hopeful his target open date is probably around August, because that's when he thinks all of the renovations will be done. Again, we've been to the neighborhood council and let them know this is only going to be a restaurant. It's not going to be a bar. In fact, the bar itself, as I just mentioned, I think it's important to reiterate this again, because I know this is a concern for downtown. It's a concern for Mr. Wilson as well. This is a small little service bar that if you were sitting down ordering your food and you wanted to get a drink, a glass of wine, a beer, whatever, then the waitress would go to the service bar, get it for you, and bring it over to you. There's no actual bar where you could sit down at. It's a small little service bar. And that wasn't a concession to the neighborhood. That's just something that he wanted to do. And he's only going to be open until midnight because the neighborhood felt as though that was what the neighborhood was comfortable with, and that was what they were comfortable supporting. And Mr. Wilson wants to be a good neighbor and also wants to have the people in the neighborhood to be his best customers. So he readily agreed. He's got no interest in having any nightlife whatsoever. So I just want you to know that. Mr. Wilson can speak to his experience in a second, but I just want to let you know he's been dreaming of this his whole life. He'll be there every single almost waking hour that it's open once it comes open in August. He is employed, but he's going to get a leave of absence. He's going to have 4 employees. He's going to have himself, a cook, a server, and a cashier. Almost all of them are related to him by blood. It is going to be a truly family restaurant. So with that, I'm going to turn over to Mr. Wilson, kind of just give you a little bit of what his vision is and what you can expect when the best new restaurant in Springfield opens up in August.
Thank you.
Right.
Hi,
Mr. Wilson,
guys.
how you doing?
I'm doing very well. Very excited to be here.
All right.
This has been a lifelong dream of mine. My mother operated 3 restaurants in Jamaica. I was her bookkeeper, her cook, everything, her main supporter. So I moved here in 1998 at the age of 24. I'm almost 50 now. So I went to nursing school at UMass. I'm working as a nurse, but I want to get into the restaurant business again and serve the community, share with them what my mother shared with our community back home. My family, we are all great cooks and we're good people. And we just want to be a part of downtown Springfield and, you know, give a service that has never been in our city before. So that's our plan.
He'll be certified. Everyone that's gonna work there is gonna be tip certified. He knows to keep the tip certifications there for inspection for any of you commissioners that want to come in and look at them. Also, he's familiar with the rules and regulations, and he's looking forward to opening what is going to be the best new restaurant in downtown Springfield.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And a couple of questions, Mr. Wilson. Where do you live currently?
I live here in Forest Park, sir.
Oh, in Forest Park, so it's not
Right
too far
here
away.
in-
How many hours will you work? I think it was mentioned, but from you, how many hours will you be working per week?
At the restaurant?
Yeah.
To 40 hours.
40 hours?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you ever been a manager of record before?
No.
No. Okay. Can you provide? I think you've already talked about your work experience, but did you have a restaurant back in Jamaica?
Yes, my mom did. So I grew up in restaurant.
Okay, so you do have some experience with the restaurant business. As a
Yes,
manager of
absolutely.
record, you are responsible for any and all incidents that transpire at the restaurant. You're aware of that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you know how many people will be serving alcohol?
So two, the cashier
Just two?
and the server.
Okay, and you know they will be obviously tip certified. You're aware of
Yes.
that? Tip certification. All right. Any other questions from the commissioners?
What are the hours? Did you say? I forgot.
Well, he's going to open for lunch as well, but he's
Yep.
going to start off opening not for lunch. He's hoping to build the lunch up. It'll be open for dinner, probably till midnight.
Yeah.
4 to 12.
4 to 12, 7 days a week.
I think probably 5 to start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
couple
can
days
do
off.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
40 hours a week.
And eventually there'll be lunch for City Hall employees that are hungry.
Yeah. You can stop by on the way home though, Peter. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Best new restaurant in Springfield. Those are big
I'm telling you,
shoes to
you
fill.
wait.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't have a Jamaican restaurant downtown.
No, we don't. And that's the good thing.
Great. Any other comments, questions?
What is the capacity of his restaurant space?
Since it's not fully developed yet, the city comes in and gives their own CO. I can tell you it's 14,000 square feet, but if you look at the floor plan we filed, the
1,400.
1,400, excuse me, square
Oh.
feet, but as you can see that a good part of that is the actual kitchen too. Sorry, 1,400, I should tell you that. That's big. Probably wonder why you only have 4 employees for 14,000. But so I don't know, this is rare. I don't know what the CO is going to be, because it's still under construction, and I think that's what the building inspector will come in and determine based on a formula. But if you look at the floor plan, a good chunk of that will not be accessible to the public. It's just the seating area. So I don't expect him to have more than 20 to 30 people in there at any one given time, given the seating.
Yeah. I think we have seating for 14 people.
Right.
With your current construction going on or renovations, how confident are you to be able to meet that time frame of what you say, August?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident because the guys are motivated to work, and the inspectors, they come almost immediately within a couple of days when we call them to inspect. So I don't see any reason. I have the funding, so I don't see us delaying beyond 7 to 8 months.
You don't have currently any back order issues with equipment to fulfill your contract needs?
No, I don't think so, because I'll order them ahead of time. As soon as the construction is completed, then I'll order them. I think they're generally 4 weeks
Okay,
turnaround time.
all right.
Is this gonna
Okay.
be a service bar only license?
Sure. We didn't ask for that. I didn't know that was even a thing, to be perfectly honest with you, but that's what the plan has.
Okay, so midnight closing, service bar only. Okay, what are you gonna, you should ask for what you want to be your opening time, so 11 a.m.? That's reasonable?
What's that?
8 a.m.
He did say 8 a.m. because he wasn't
8
sure.
a.m.
He wanted to
We
do
have-
brunch. They got up and running well. Yeah.
Okay, so 8 a.m. to midnight.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when they first start, it will be more like 4 p.m. to midnight.
Okay,
Doesn't want to overextend himself.
Right, right.
okay.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Like to approve the petition for a new annual wine and malt restaurant license for Blaze Restaurant Incorporated, doing business as Island Blaze Restaurant located at 708 Main Street. Guy Shamor Wilson, manager of record, open from 8 a.m. to 12 midnight
With a service bar only.
with a service bar only.
Yes.
Do I hear a second?
Second,
Commissioner Signature,
yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Kate, yes. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys, appreciate
All
it.
right.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck.
Stick around, I'll walk you out. I got the next one. It's gonna be very quick.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
The next petition is a petition, the next item on the agenda is a petition for a change of DBA to Sullivan's Allen Package Store, 390 Allen Street, LLC, DBA Allen Street Package Store located at 390 Allen Street. Leo Bruno, manager of record.
Good evening, Dan Kelly again for the petitioner. This is solely a change for DBA. You could be not faulted if you don't remember actually passing this because it was one of the longest hearings, length of time from your passing this to the ABC approving it that I've been dealing with in almost 20 plus years of been dealing with the ABCC.
Yeah.
So you passed this, I think, almost a year ago, and they finally just closed on it a couple weeks ago. So they are the new ownership is in, thanks to you, and it has been passed, accepted by the ABCC. So they're just changing the DBA. That's all they're doing. This is the Package Store on 390 Allen Street, and it's going from one name to another. That's it.
So it's going from Allen Street Package Store to Sullivan's Allen Package Store.
Correct.
Okay. Did you file a business certificate with a change of DBA with a clerk?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. John Sullivan did. To be
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right, any comments from the commissioners? Questions?
Nope.
Okay, with that, I would like to approve the petition for a change of DBA to Sullivan's Allen Package Store, 390 Allen Street, LLC, DBA Allen Street Package Store located at 390 Allen Street. Leo Bruno, manager of record.
Second,
Do I hear 8 seconds? All right. Commissioner Signature,
yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Kate, yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, the next item on the agenda is the informational hearings.
I'm sorry, Chair Cade, if I
Yes.
may. I would like this matter to be heard last. I want to go
Okay.
into executive session with Mr. Betancourt for Boston Road Auto Mall.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Should we proceed to the next item?
Yes, please.
All right, the next item is United Auto Sales located at 874 Berkshire Avenue, Joseph Negro, manager of record. There's a complaint. Is the complaint in here?
Complainant is Marcella Jones. It looks like Miss Jones is.
Oh, Miss, okay.
I am
Jones is here.
present.
Okay,
This is a complaint that issued against United Auto Sales and the manager, Mr. Joe Negro. I'm of 874 Berkshire Avenue, Springfield, Massachusetts. Ms. Jones made this complaint, the date of the incident being September 3rd through the September 3rd, 2023 until present. I believe this complaint was a part of the packet, but essentially Ms. Jones purchased a car from United Auto Sales. She states it will not and has not passed inspection. And I would let Ms. Jones go into further details with regards to her complaint.
okay, thank you very much, Attorney Paul. You can proceed, Ms. Jones.
Like you said, I purchased a car September 3rd. I've been knowing Mr. Negro for over 15 years. I haven't had this problem before. I did show him the paperwork. It will not pass inspection. It needs a Cadillac converter, and there was some codes on the engine. I presented that. I don't know if he was overwhelmed or whatever. I presented that. He said, "Oh, don't worry about it. We got 60 days." And prior to that, just going backwards, the check engine light was on when I purchased the car, and he said it had something to do with the gas cap. And he had one of his mechanics work on it, the gas cap, the battery, and still the light would go off and pop back on. I did share that with him. I went to Advanced Auto Body. They gave me the same printout. That's a Cadillac converter and something to do with codes. I guess he didn't feel that was valid. Also, I was driving the car. This is within the 60 days of it failing inspections. I got it inspected on September 7th. I purchased the car on the 3rd. The car completely shut down in the middle lane on the highway. Trailer trucks are going back and forth. That was a scary experience, but thank God I'm alive. I was able to get over in the breakdown lane. He did show up. He had his mechanic, Adam Powell, to repair it. They said it was the engine. So I got the car back again. I still told him I felt uncomfortable how the car was driving. He said, drive the car. I still felt a little leery about it. So I went and paid for a diagnostic at Lead Diagnostics, $100, because still his mechanic did not fix what was said on the paper that failed inspection. So and that said the same thing. Two things that I found free was the Cadillac converter and the codes. Every time I bring it to his mechanic, he keeps putting a Band-Aid on it. Okay, after the motor went, I got the car back, still not running good, lights still on. Try to take it back to an inspection place. They said, we will not pass this car with the light on. And you need to take it back to the dealer. Then the car started running hot. Then it was a water pump. It just been so many things. And then when I asked for the warranties on the parts that his mechanic fixed, I get no paperwork saying I don't need it. And then when I do call him to tell him about this, he's like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything else for you. I rented the car for you already. I did more for you than I did anybody else." That was my livelihood to work. I lost hours at work. I lost a potential job because I have no transportation to do what I needed to do. And also I had death in my family, and he knew that. He knew that. And it didn't seem like he really was concerned about me. I talked to him again about it. He just take it back to Adam. I feel that Adam is overwhelmed. He's a lot of young people there. I don't have time to be going back and forth with that car. And I still cannot enjoy a car, and I'm paying insurance for a car that's parked. Because I was told that I cannot drive the car and put no more miles on it, because then he'll reverse it on me.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing. Anyone here representing United Auto?
Yes, sir. This is Joseph Nigro.
Okay.
The owner.
Would you like to share information relative to this situation?
Yes, please.
Go ahead.
Thank you. She did buy the first, I want to say we've dealt before. She's bought several cars from me. She's still using a car she bought 5 years ago. We've never had a problem. She bought this car in She put a deposit on it. When she came to pay for it, I had a Tahoe parked in front of my building. She backed up into the Tahoe, did almost $3,000 worth of damage. She was gonna leave, but it was on one of my friend's car, the cam on his car. I have the whole video. I called her, told her, she said, yes, she did it. I paid all the money out of my pocket. She's a good person.
Excuse me, let me just interject for 1 second, Mr. Nigro?
Yeah, Nigro. Yes,
Nigro. Okay, so what's the relevance of that?
well, I'm
to-
just, all I was just saying is that we had a great relationship and I didn't charge her
Okay, so
for
why
doing
why
that
don't
because I
we
didn't
why
want
don't we get to the facts and circumstances regarding this car?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I apologize. Okay, so the car did break down on the highway, and I left right from here. I was scared, but she was on the side of the road. So the tow truck came. I paid for the tow truck. It was the motor, and the motor went, and it was part of they call it a solenoid on a transmission. And I'm not a mechanic, but the mechanic that I have is very, very well known and very good, Powers Automotive. He told me that the solenoid was burnt because she overheated the motor, which is not her fault. I'm just saying I went and I personally gave her a rental car for 3 weeks. I bought another motor. I had Powers Automotive put another motor in the van. I put the solenoid in. It drove fine. She took it and a light came on. I said, okay, please bring it back to Powers. He's the one that got the motor. He's the one that did all the work. He's the one that knows the history of the van. So she brought it back. Everything was fine. He had to do a water pump on it. It's a used motor. So I don't know everything, the history on the motor, but he did the water pump. I'm into this van for over $4,000. I was, hold on, I'm just looking at my notes. After that, she took the car after he did it. And I did not hear from her for over 2 months. So I'm assuming that everything is fine. She calls me on the day that I'm at the hospital with my wife getting a hip operation, hip replacement. I told her, I'm not going to do anything right now. I can't do anything right now. My wife's in here. She's my #1 priority. Please bring the car back to Powers Automotive. He's the one that did the work. She goes, no, I will not. I said, well, I cannot help you right now. She says, well, I refuse to bring it back to Adam. That's the guy that did all the work. For me to go somewhere else, he never said one word to me about a catalytic converter. If that was a problem, I would have put a brand new catalytic converter in it. I have no bad blood with her. We were friends. She's friends with my father. Everything's good. I don't want to have any problems. I sold over 5,000 cars with this license for the past 15 years. This is the second time I've been here. The first time it got thrown out, they didn't come 3 times. I'm a little leery when I asked her to bring me the van so that I can at least look at it, see the miles you put on it, see the conditions in. She refused. I haven't seen this van in 4 months. So I don't know if she got into an accident. I don't even know if the check engine light's still on. I don't have any proof because I haven't seen it, and she refuses to bring it to me. And she never gave me the diagnostic that she got. So I'm a pretty good guy. I work with everybody. I would help her out. I would fix it. I would sit down. I wanted to sit down and talk to her. She said, it's too late. I don't want to talk to you. After all that history for 15 years. I was very upset. I'm still upset. I would like to salvage the van if it's good enough to fix, because I have almost over $4,000 into it. She didn't even pay that much for the van.
Oh, yes, I did. I paid $4,900 for the van. You wanted me to wait for Adam. I put new rotors and the back brace was scrubbing. That was $500.
Okay. We're gonna have people.
Okay, excuse me. I'm sorry. He has the floor. I'm a rebuttal on what you're saying because you're not telling the truth.
Wow.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. So Do we
my
have
last
any?
comment, I just have one more
Mr.
comment.
Cade,
Yes,
Commissioner Cade, if I can ask
sure,
the parties questions after
sure,
Mr. Agro is done.
I just
absolutely.
have one more comment. I do not want to, I take a lot of pride in my business. I take a lot of pride in this license. I would never want to lose this license. I sold over 5,000 cars in the past 15 years. This is the second problem I've ever had. If whatever you decide or whatever I think is good, I want to make her happy and I want to make you happy. Whatever you say to me, I will do. That's all I have left.
Thank you very much. Attorney
Okay.
Diggs.
I have a few questions. What year is this car?
2010.
And what
No,
was
it's
the
not.
mileage?
It's
I'm
a
sorry,
2009.
Right. I do not know what the miles are. Like I said, I asked her if I could look at it so I could see the miles and everything, and she refused to show me the vehicle or the miles or anything. I'm sorry. Yes.
And Ms. Jones, what was the mileage when you received the car? Do you know?
It was 1,039.
139,000?
139,000, and I got my paper here.
That's okay. I'm just trying to get approximate, just to know
Yeah.
in terms of the limit law. Okay, and
139,280.
okay,
260. I'm sorry.
okay. And what was the date of purchase?
September 3rd.
Okay, and when did you first take it to try to get it inspected and for it to pass?
September 7th.
Okay, and
Because I
at
want to. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, and at some point, the car returned back to Mr. Negro. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and at that time, it sounds like a motor was replaced. Is that correct?
Well, that wasn't the first time. That's before the motor. It was the check engine light. They kept telling me it's the gas cap. They kept buying different gas caps or giving me used gas cap. And then it also was the battery. So
Okay,
I said, okay, I'm good to go. So that was the first incident.
okay. So let
I
me stop you. Let me stop you. Did you ever take the car back for it to be re-inspected?
Yes, I did. And they said they
Okay,
would
and-
not charge me another $35 because that check engine light is still on.
Okay, and when did you do that?
The first time was the 7th. Uh that's when I told Joe it wouldn't pass. He said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Drive the car. It's fine. We got 60 days
Understood,
to handle
understood.
it."
When was the next time you took it to be inspected?
It was October, like the end of October.
Okay, and at that time, the car didn't pass inspection.
No,
Okay, and that was after the new motor or engine had been put into it?
no, that was
Before?
just before that. Even let me see.
Okay, so that was
Yeah, that
before.
was around the time. That was around the time when that was before I took the car
Okay,
back, and then the motor went,
okay.
and
So, and then the
the
motor was
car
repaired. That was
was
Mr.
replaced.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. And after the motor was repaired, did you attempt to take it back at that time?
Yes, I did. I went as I was going up there to take it. The check engine light came right back on,
Okay,
and so I pull up there anyway, and the guy said, "Miss, I don't want to charge you another 35." He said, "Take it back to the dealer. I cannot pass this car with this check engine light on." And that's after they put the used engine in there.
okay, all right. I have no further questions. What I would state, just so all parties are clear with respect to the role of the License Commission, is we can't make people whole, right? It's that is something for small claims court in terms of if you feel as though you've been wronged or you haven't been made whole monetarily. The role of this commission is to ascertain whether or not Mr. Nigro violated the conditions of his license by mass general laws in terms of it, in terms of the limit law. And that was the reason why I asked you questions about going back to get it inspected, right? Because you have an affirmative duty to take the car back and try to get it re-inspected. But it sounds to me, Mr. Nigro, and I'm butchering your name and I
That's
apologize.
okay, ma'am. It's totally fine with me.
But it sounds like this car hasn't been able to pass inspection, and that was back since September of 2023. So what say you in terms of it now being January? And I understand there's, some discrepancy or some differing thoughts on whether the car was driven, not driven, but it sounds like there were sufficient problems with this car, especially in light of the fact that I guess it broke down on the highway and you had to actually come get her because the car was inoperable. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, because I think that this is a car that has not been able to pass inspection. And by mass general laws, what we know is that a car needs to pass inspection, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The only the motor, when it broke down on the highway, that was the old motor. I put a new motor in it. I want to know why she drove the car for 2 months after that without talking to me. And I have no record or no piece of paper saying it was re-inspected. You're supposed to go get it re-inspected so I can see what the code is or what's on the re-inspection station. I don't know if it would have passed again. I don't know if during that 2 months the check engine light was off. I'm not saying that I don't want to help her. I would love to help her. She can hate me, right? I just want to tell you one thing.
Yep. Nope. I don't think I need to hear any more.
Okay.
I think what you guys should do, I think we should continue this until our next hearing. I think you guys should get together. Ms. Jones, you get together with Mr. Nigro.
I would love to
talked to me
talk to him.
rudely. No, the text that he said, you go ahead and laugh. I got the text of the show where he said, I'm not doing anything else with this car. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. He ruined my whole holidays. I wasn't able to work. I'm in therapy. This is really, really not right. And he's the only reason why he's talking nice is because he thought I'm dumb. And I went to the stream, and I will not be insulted because I brought you that paper that it's needed that, and you're sitting here telling me a story.
Yes, you brought me one paper. You didn't bring me the
I
second
brought your
one to get it
mechanic the paper. Why didn't you fix what it was supposed to be fixed on the paper? I had to pay $100 diagnostic because you didn't believe me.
Okay, I'm going to stop both of you. And what I'm going to say to you is that we are, and I want you to be clear, both of you, and Ms. Jones, especially important for you. We don't make people whole in terms of making them pay, right? The function of the license commission is to determine whether or not he violated the conditions of his license as a result of selling you this faulty car and not making things right, right? So in essence, what I'm saying to you is that, and you're going to be back in 2 weeks, right? So if this is all for show and
just to tell you, and I'm not making an excuse.
I don't want to go back to Adam. I don't trust him. I've been there 4 times. I do not want to work for him.
Okay, wait, Ms. Jones, wait. We're going to each.
I'm sorry, I apologize. From the February 2nd to February 10th, I'm going to be in Aruba. That's the
what I
only
mean?
thing I wanted to tell you.
This is the whole thing that he does. And he's laughing right down the high. Oh, this is awful. I get what you're saying, miss, because another attorney, because I did go to small St. Clair, another attorney heard and seen the text that he wrote me in the courthouse, and he's the one told me to go to his license commission and file a 93A for deceptive or whatever. Because Joe, I can't believe you're doing this. I can't honestly believe you're laughing at it all the way because you wrote it, said, oh, it's going to take you 8 or 9 months to get through small King Court. But that's okay.
I told you I would help you. You just got to give me a chance.
Okay,
that's
so
all.
in terms of, now in a minute, I'm going to mute you guys and you're not going to be able to talk. So I need people do one at a time, right? But, so you're in small claims court in terms of being made whole. Is that correct, Mrs. Jones? Are you still in small claims?
I was advised by another attorney that heard me to tell me where to go over in City Hall. He just clearly heard what I was saying. He's just a good Samaritan told me that no way. the way he's speaking to you in this text, go over there to the license bureau.
Okay,
And
and
that's
you've come. And so you're going away from February 2nd to
The
the
10th.
10th. Okay, so February 2nd is a few days away. It's only the 24th or the 25th. I can't even remember.
Yes, ma'am.
25th, right? So you guys, I would suggest that you have a meeting of the minds before you come back here. And I will tell you, Mr. Nigro, that thank you. I need help.
I gotta get a witness because this guy is gonna try to. No, there's no way I'm meeting with him because he's laughing at all the way. He got his workers there, and I'm just really totally upset. I need a witness because you totally are laughing down in my face. You're slapping me right in the face, Joe.
Okay,
I thought
so
it was better than that.
What we're gonna do in terms of the license commission is we're gonna have this reheard at our next commission meeting. If you're gonna be out of town, we'll go to the following one. Honestly, I don't remember when the next one is. So the
February
25th,
6th, the 6th.
February 6th. Okay. So you
No,
won't be here.
no, it's February 14th.
Okay.
February 14th. So that's sweet Valentine's Day. Mr. Nigro, you'll be back. You'll have time to speak to Ms. Jones, but I will tell you, the concern of this commission is when citizens have spent their money at car dealerships and they're not made whole. So my suggestion is you guys try to work it out. But again, I want you to fully understand that the only role of this commission is to determine whether or not you violated the conditions of your license. Okay?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. I don't have anything further.
Okay, thank you very much. Make a motion to continue this until February 14th. United Autos Sales located at 874 Berkshire Avenue. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, Commissioner Signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angela Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Kate, yes. Thank you very much. We'll see you back on the 14th.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Good luck, you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
So should we go back now to the first item on the information hearing?
Nope, I want to go through the rest
Oh,
of
you
it.
want to finish
I want to
everything?
go into I want to go
Okay.
into executive session for the other one.
Okay, all right. The next item on the agenda is old business. Republica Hookah Lounge Bar LLC, doing business as Republica Hookah Lounge at 762 Boston Road, Charlotte Mallow. Perez, manager of record, revisit approval for license, late renewal, hearing held 12/27/23. Okay, Mr. Perez, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Can you give us indication of why you are late, at a late renewal?
Good afternoon, Mr. Commissioner. This is Timothy Caffilia on behalf of the Republica Hookah Lounge. It was my understanding that there was a complaint filed, which I just received notice of yesterday. I haven't seen a complaint. I don't know any of the details, and so I would be respectfully requesting a continuance.
Well, Attorney Cutfilla, am I pronouncing that
Yes,
correct?
actually, you pronounced that correctly. Yes.
Okay, very good. So, understand that let me give a bit of background. And I'm not, I don't think the commission will be in opposition to continuing it, but I want you to understand and the commissioners to understand why this is back before them. Okay, so on December 27th, 2023, there was a hearing for a late renewal approval. The commission at that time allowed it. On Tuesday, I think today's Monday, today's Wednesday. So on Monday, Mr. Anwan came into my office and stated that he did not approve he's the owner of the building, that he did not approve anyone moving in there. And as I provided in the packet, we ran the Secretary of State's and it state who owns, you know, the corporations division, who actually owns it. And the only person who owns that property is Nasir Awan. And it's my understanding his son did come in, and I'm going to ask you guys to appear. I think they're on the call. His son did come in and say, and he said that, you know, it was a misunderstanding. I did show Mr. Awan the lease. He said that he never signed it. And he never entered into an agreement.
It's 6:30.
I'm sorry? Did somebody say something?
That was somebody had automatic type.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So, Charlie Melo Perez is present. He is the proposed manager of record. But again, the landowner, who is the father of the person I believe that Mr. Perez has been dealing with, has stated that he does not want a hookah bar and he did not agree in a lease to have this person move in. So that's basically the background that I know of.
And thank you for that. That's very helpful. I wasn't even exactly sure what the precise complaint was. And it sounds like there was some kind of packet filed. I can tell you that what recently happened in the district court was the landlord had filed a summary process eviction against my clients, and we filed a counterclaim. It was right after we filed that counterclaim that the landlord took all kinds of actions against my client. He shut off their electricity, he shut off their water, he filed this complaint. So it's a very contentious situation right now. I just don't know enough about it to proceed today. So if again, appreciate the background provided, but if I could have additional time so that I could meet with my clients and kind of more thoroughly vet the complaint, that would be great.
Okay, and I think that we can afford you that
Thank you.
opportunity. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
May I suggest we continue this to our next meeting?
Yes.
I make a motion to continue this until February 14th. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second. Commissioner signature.
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angela Antonio.
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez.
Yes.
Commissioner Kate, yes. All right, so this is continued to February 14th. The next item on the agenda is the final hearings. Rose Entertainment LLC, doing business as Rose, located at 555 Worthington Street, Antron Goodrich, manager of record, license status. Is Rose here?
You're muted, Kristen.
Sorry. Hi.
Hi.
Okay.
How's
Hi.
it going? For some reason you guys just got really, really quiet. So I'm like trying to tap the speaker in the corner and nothing's happening. So I don't know, you guys just got super quiet.
Can you hear us now?
It sounds like you're coming out of the phone speaker instead of like on speaker. Sounds like you're coming out of the earpiece. So just give me 1 second. Can you try now?
Hello. Hi. I hear.
Okay, okay. I got it. Sorry. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you? Good.
I'm good.
Now we
So-
can't hear you. Yeah.
You can't hear me?
Well, you're going in and out.
How about now?
Very low.
There you go.
Much better.
Okay, sorry. All right, so I got my certificate of occupancy. I'm not sure if Edna shared it with you guys. I sent it to her yesterday, which is actually when it came in. So the building inspector, I asked him to email me a copy and he did. And then I forwarded it over to you or to Edna, which I'm not sure if she shared or not with you guys.
I didn't see it. But
It was received, but I guess the $1 million question.
how did the grand opening go?
So now that we can have people in the building, we're training our staff. So we're gonna train the staff for the next 2 weeks. Then we have 2 soft opening weekends, and then it will be the grand opening.
Okay, when are the 2 soft weekends scheduled for?
So let me look at the calendar. So we're gonna start training on Monday, which is the 29th. We're gonna do the first soft opening is gonna be Thursday the 15th for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's gonna be like mainly it's gonna be like a small group of family and friends. And then the next one is gonna be the following weekend, starting 22nd, 23rd, 24th, which is gonna be a little bit more people, like, making it a little harder. The first one's gonna be kind of easy. The second one is gonna be more busy, just to kind of gear them up. And then the weekend after that is when it's gonna be like the grand opening.
March 1st.
Yes. Or you could say the 29th. I like to
Leap year.
start the weekend on Thursday.
What do we, any other comments, questions?
This is absolute.
Yes. The
This is
paper
taking
filed with
place.
I don't even think the certificate, it didn't even get mailed out to me yet. It just came in. So there was like some snow that we had the 8th. So the inspection was actually the Friday after that, which was the 19th. It was last week.
Okay.
So it got approved on Friday. Monday, he submitted the paperwork, and then Tuesday, his boss issued it, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So just to be clear, you're having a soft opening on February 15th.
Yep.
And then another soft opening on February 22nd. And then the grand opening is going to be February 29th.
Yes.
She said 22nd, 23rd, and 24th
Yeah, it's gonna be for the weekend.
for the whole weekend.
Starts the weekend on the Thursday.
Right. So we need to take any kind of action with this.
I make a motion to continue this section 77 hearing until March 13th.
March 13th. Okay.
That will be
Second.
after grand opening weekend.
Second, Commissioner signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner.
I
Commissioner
have to
Gay,
get
yes.
certified.
All right. Thank you very much. So we'll see you back. What's that, March 13th?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. The next item for final hearing is Assad and Paul LLC doing business as the hookah factory located at 296 Cooley Street. Assad M. Awan, manager of record, license status.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Last time we were here, we told you that if you put this on for January 24th, that we would have, by that time, have filed a transfer of the license. We have done that. Filed a transfer yesterday.
Yes. To 436 Boston Road.
Correct. So we're going to reach out to Pine Point and we have to go to front of the planning board, but it is filed and that's what we'll be doing.
Okay. So we're gonna continue this until February 14th.
Well, I won't be here the 14th, but I don't know that we have to continue the section 77 if they've already filed a transfer, because we have to get the transfer back in front of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's right. I don't think that we need to continue it at all. Once, the next thing that will be on the agenda is the transfer itself.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Okay. Thank
So,
you.
thank you for coming. All right. So the next item is the administrative review of incident reports.
Actually, we can go back to,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
because I think every other matter has been heard. I'm just gonna ask that everyone else drop off the call because we are now I'm gonna ask Commissioner Cade to do a roll call vote to go into executive session. We will return to public session upon the conclusion of the executive session. And we're going into executive session to discuss fitness.
Okay. I make a motion that we go into executive session at this time, but return to the public following the executive session. Do I hear second?
Second?
Commissioner Signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Cade, yes. Okay.
Okay.
So do we return back to the public now? Make a motion that we return back to the public. Do I hear second?
Second?
Okay, Commissioner Signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Cade, yes. So now we return.
Which is probably gonna
So
be.
now, do we make a motion to continue this?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think we need a motion to continue this to our next meeting. And can we just verify that the meeting is not the 14th? Don't we have a meeting in 2 weeks?
No, I think it's.
We meet the second Wednesday and fourth Wednesday of every month. So the second Wednesday of February is the 14th.
Yes.
Okay.
First Wednesday is the 7th. That's planning board.
All right, so I make a motion that we continue this to February 14th. Do I hear second?
Second?
Okay, Commissioner Signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Cade, yes. All right, so that moves us to our administrative review of incidents. The first one is Panache Banquet Hall, incident of 12/26/23. What are your thoughts, commissioners? I make a motion for no violation.
No action.
Second?
Okay, right, so Commissioner Signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Cade, yes. Thank you very much. The next one is the Pot Belly Pub incident of 12/23/23. Make a motion for no violation.
Second?
I mean, no action.
No action. Yeah, second.
All right, Commissioner Signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez, and
Yes.
Commissioner. All right, Commissioner Cade, yes. The X-Pub incident of 12/23/23. Make a motion for no violation.
Second?
No action. Okay. Okay, no action.
Second?
All right. Commissioner Signature,
Yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner Cade, yes.
This
Okay.
this was yet another violation in which somebody was shot and didn't realize it.
Right.
I am just amazed by that. I am amazed. We've had people shot and stabbed and never realized that happened. Oh, I got in the car and I realized I was shot. Okay.
Return an order of Eagles incident of 12/23/23. Make a motion for the violation.
Second,
All right, Commissioner signature,
yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
Commissioner K, yes. Mojito Bar and Restaurant incident of 12/28/23 and 1/4/24. We need,
I think we need a pre-hearing conference on this one.
pre-hearing
Yeah, this
conference.
one was more entailed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
something's going on there now.
okay, I'll make a motion for a pre-hearing conference. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Commissioner signature,
yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
and Commissioner K, yes. Okay, the next one is Mojito Bar and Restaurant incident of 1/10/24.
Pre-hearing conference.
Pre-hearing conference for that as well. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Second.
Commissioner signature,
yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
and Commissioner K, yes. All right.
Okay.
Any other comments today?
Thought this would be much longer meeting than it was.
I think you did a fabulous, fabulous job, Commissioner Kidd.
Thank you very much, Attorney. So thank you very much for attending, everybody. Make a motion to adjourn at 6:54 p.m. Do I hear a
Okay.
second?
Second,
Okay, Commissioner signature,
yes.
Commissioner D'Angelo Antonio,
Yes.
Commissioner Ramirez,
Yes.
and Commissioner K, yes. All right, we'll see everybody back on the 14th.